Hello, everybody. What up? What up? What up, Snedge? Okay. What up? What up? Did I finally reboot? No. Wait, I need a paper thing. I'm also on a different computer because I use a different computer for my Warhammer stuff. So. Go. But I still haven't rebooted the other one though. Stay. Yep, stay. Good. Greetings, greetings. No stream Sunday? I mean, it's either no stream or Warhammer stream typically. Occasionally a WoW mount stream, but just depends. So a lot of these are like a little wobbly, kind of falling out of the thing here. I'm gonna have to glue that in. No battleship today, Sinvicta. But we should play Isaac soon. Let's see, can I wonder if I just super glue these in. I'm working on painting Night Haunt. A lot of Night Haunt, a lot of contrast paint. Well, we're just gonna give this the old glue here. Doesn't need a lot. Let that sit. Anybody else struggling? Oh, this guy is. Okay. Alright, get him in. Nah, Jesse was fine today. He just talked about his Texas trip. That guy's pretty good. That guy's pretty good. This guy's not good. Okay. Try this way. There we are. Nice. How are these guys? Just kind of struggling. I already painted a couple of these. Glow in the dark paint? I didn't even know that was a thing, which I don't know why. It does make sense that it would be a thing. Uh-oh. Do that. Well. And how's this guy? That guy's pretty good. Alright, it's good enough. Oh wait, I gotta glue this guy's arm back on. Grave Salad, 49 months, over the 49 months. Grave Salad, what the passive, not what the passive, not what the passive, not what the passive, not what the passive, not. It's like, Play with 49 months. Let's see. So I need to get this hand to be here. Ah, Jesus. You can kind of see. Well, I need to get this little hand piece. I think it's more this way. I'm trying to see where it broke off. I think it's right here. I think right there. Yeah, that looks right. Everything else I've glued like this has actually held up pretty well, so I'm hopeful. All right. That's a little too much. What are you gonna do? And then... that's the spot. That's the spot. Shit! This is the worst part. Hold on. Wait. Oh god. Oh my. Come on. Oh! That's not what I want, but... come on. Oh. That's almost it. Wait. Ah! That might actually be it. Is that it? Is that how it's supposed to go? It looks like that's... someone check the internet. Hold on. Hold on. Is he supposed to be having it like here, or has he got it out a bit? Because this looks like... this one he's kind of got like here. I gotta check. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Okay, okay. Alright, new Deathmaster escape. Okay, here we go. It's supposed to be going out. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. Wait, is it going out? I don't think it is. I don't think it's going. Okay, nope, it's not. It's got to be a little more out. A little more out. A little more out. Oh god. Like this. Like this. This is the one. I got it. Okay? You can kind of see. His arm's a little wonky right there. I might just give him another little blop. Why not? Nothing crazy. There we go. There we go. And... alright. You got a little juice on there now. But, this is how he's supposed to look. So, I did it. Neat. Beep, beep. And then if it breaks again, I'll do something else. Woo! Beep, boop-dee-doo. Let's see. So yeah, these are just my, you know, my shitty ghosts. These are the chain rasp hordes or whatever. So I'm just throwing contrast paint on them, and then I'll probably just hit them with a dry brush or something. So that's what we're doing here. I also got Night Haunt Gloom. I got the one I painted, and then the one I just bought that I gotta shake so it doesn't look whatever. There we go. Let me pull this in. There we go. Shake it up. Still waiting for some other people to get into Warhammer painting that I know. You know, my big streamer friends. I don't think they're gonna do it. Don't think they're gonna do it. Where are we looking? Let's put it in the don't spill machine. Good. Maybe their best invention at Games Workshop. And load them up. Just load them up. Yeah, Sam's the only one I could see getting into it too. But even then, he's like, "Oi, I'm busy having a kid and going to the gym now. How am I supposed to have time for this?" And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe instead of streaming 11 hours, you stream 9 hours. Crazy concept, I know. Instead of 11 hours, stream 9. Oh, I can't do that. Or yeah, just doing it for his own mental being, his own health. He probably shouldn't stream that long. It's looking good. He could also stream this. He could stream like what I'm doing. Look at that. People probably love it. Like, wow, Sam's painting Warhammer. That's crazy. He'd probably get like 1,000 people watching. Maybe more. Plus, I think he'd actually like it, to be honest. Hold on. So that's pretty neat. Ghosts are easy to paint. You just do this and it's like, wow, it's a ghost. Cool. I mean, Clark could participate. Maybe not well. She could. One of my friends I play games with, he's got kids. His kids are like 7 and 5, and they both like tried doing Warhammer stuff. They don't do it well, but like, you know, he's just like, I'll help you. You know, I think they mainly just paint stuff. So it's easier. Here we go. Ooh, suck all that up. I initially got into it when I was 12. So I think around like maybe like 11 is the like earliest age where you can do it and you actually feel like you're, you know, truly, I don't know, there's probably some kids younger than that could get into it. I have a new 6-month-old and I have time for some Warhammer. Yeah, that's what I was saying in my latest videos. Like, you can make time for anything, you know? Like, you can make time for watching TV. You can make time for, you know, other hobbies or working. The thing with Sam is, like, he can literally work and, like, he's doing what I'm doing. Like, I'm technically working right now, you know what I mean? Woo! This is such a good ghost color too. I love this. It's kind of lighten that. Okay. All right. I want to change. The hardest part of doing like Warhammer streaming is like setting everything up. Because right now, my camera's good. My lighting's okay. But I want my angle so badly to be like, how do I even, like how right now it's right here. I want it to be like this. I want kind of the bird's eye angle, like tilted back maybe like 25 degrees so that I could like do this and you could kind of see it almost from my point of view. That's kind of what I want. And I don't know how to do that. I see there's people that just like custom build their own thing. I'm like, I guess you could do that. With like wood and shit, but I don't know. There's a GoPro on my head. This guy's good. Oh God, went too deep there. Man, contrast paint's so good. Especially for armies, you just... Like, I don't want to paint so many of these guys, you know what I mean? So you just slap this on. But if you want to, you can just paint over it, because it's so thin. Which is why I don't mind getting it on, like, weapons and other things accidentally, or being like, oh, it's on his axe. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I want his hand to be... whatever, just do it. Alright, neat. So look at that. It's like already shaded in and everything. Yeehaw. Found it interesting. 2,720 points of painted crowns. Looks like. Check out my army photo. Nice, dude. I'd click that. Then I gotta go walk over there. That sounds like a lot of Necron. I think I have that many points, but not painted. I think they're just primed in like bronze, so they're like painted. Let's see. Like I'm gonna be painting 80 clan rats, and I'm gonna be just dunking them in gore grunta fur, or maybe I'll dunk them in like a flesh tone and then like paint the fur over that. That might be a better idea. Either way, new book's coming out. Gotta paint a bunch of rats. That's probably the best plan. Best course of action. Oh yeah, I can show off the guys I was working on last week. My Magath Lords. Or whatever they're called. Uh-oh. Let's do a little here. Whoop. Alright. There we go. I've also been building a lot of trees for a new Sylvaneth book. That's been fun. A lot of trees. Another one. Looking good, looking good. This guy's got candles. Little banner bearer. let's do that. I remember when I first started painting, I used to not shade enough. I don't know why, I always felt like it was, I was like, oh, it's pooling all over, and I kept trying to soak it up, but I would soak up too much. And then there'd be like no shading. I'd be like, uh-oh. I defeated the whole point. A lot of that's just learning. Uh-oh, this guy needs some glue. This guy needs some glue. Uh-oh. Up the Death Master, the teaser to update the... I think they're gonna update old Skaven model stuff. At some point. Like, Seraphon got a new Lord Croak, and that was like... after their book had already come out. That was like a year after, so... I think they will redo stuff. I think they might redo a whole bunch of lines all at once, like, oh, we redid... like Seraphon and Skaven and maybe something else, and then like release them all. I feel like that's what they'll do. And I feel like COVID probably slowed a lot of their progress down, but I think they're, you know, getting back to normal now. It's like shipping stuff as well. I don't know why I'm bothering to like super get in there. It's not like anyone's gonna be looking inside. There we go. I have to glue him. A little better, I'll put him there. Oh, I don't even have my alert thing on. What am I doing? Hold on. Albert Sedente with the 78 months. Remember, Nurgle loves you even when nobody else does. Thank you, Albert Sedente. Hold on. Let me turn my thing on. Why isn't that on? Oh, because I had to do my, I had to record the Jesse thing, and I turned it off for that. Wait, that's my overlay. Stream overlay. Wow, there it goes. Neat. Alright, I got it. Hold on here. Alright, neat. Alright. Oh, I feel like they won't redo Skaven until Old World comes out. I mean, I think they'll... I think they might... I think they'll redo some heroes. I think they'll redo, like, the metal ones. Maybe a couple things. I don't think they'll redo the whole, like, clan rats. And all that. I think those aren't gonna get redone for a while. Thank you, Albert Sedente. Sweet. They were 78 months. We gotta shake. Alright. Definitely gonna have to do more. There we go. All right. Alright. All in here. Yeah, I haven't played Hold on, I get that. I haven't played any games with the new Night Haunt yet, but I'm gonna be playing it tomorrow. So I'm pretty excited to try them out. See how they play. That's good enough. All right, we got 2 more. This guy's barely even a thing. Oh, that's why. This guy is like, well, I'll show you in a second. Show you in a second.
Thanks.
I'm gonna need a big glop right here. There we go. There it is. And let's paint up here. All right, so this guy, this is supposed to be like an optional piece where you can either make this guy or this guy. And I chose to make him, but instead of just throwing this away, I was like, this could literally just be another guy. So he's got his little like things on the back, but like, you know, who cares? Like, really, whatever. He's literally just, you can't even tell. Just put him down there and you're like, he's a guy. Neat. I mean, this is about as close to humans as you're gonna get. Ghost humans. The ghost human faction. Alrighty.
Thanks.
Alright. Well, let me just some back
Thanks.
here and throw some back here. And is that too much?
Thanks.
A little much in there. Maybe you're right. Nah, it's not bad. A tiny bit
Thanks.
up and under.
Thanks.
And let's get his hand. There we go. Oops. Whoops. Whoops. Alright, he's good. Dragon Bullets with the 4 months. Thank you, Dragon Bullets, for the 4 months. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they were the 4 months. And Tahu Rizau with the 5 gifted subs. They were the 5 gifted subs. Tahu. Fluid Art. Swig gets a sub. Jinxed Paper Clip. It's mediocre. Swig. Swimming Rock. Swig. Copy Zoli. Swig. And Avacern. Swig. All getting subs. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. Tahu. Where's my bro? Oh. I left it over there. Let's see here. I was gonna glue this guy in, that's right. So now Bust out the glue again. Come on. That should be good enough. I go this way. Yep, that'll do it. Nice. And put glue away. Yeah, this thing's great. I started using it again after I spilled the entirety of this one. Night Haunt, gloom everywhere. It's fantastic. It was not a good sight. It was like, I got it all over like my arm. It was all over my shorts. It was all over the floor. It was all over. It was everywhere. Let's see. Where are the... And then I had to get another one, yeah. Hold on, where is... I got like 10 more I gotta paint. Hold on, where are they? There they are, okay. Here's the 10 more. Ooh. I spilled some Blood Angel contrast once. Looks like I murdered someone. Hold on. Do I have that one? I think I do. Is this it? Rifthound. Oh no, I have the darker one. I have Flesh Terror Red. Which I guess it would still look the same. Slightly darker. Let's see. Any of these? Oh. I'm gonna need that glue back. Here you go. Yep. Nice. Put them back in. Whoop. Alright. This guy needs a little bit. I don't even think they need a lot. It's just enough so they don't kind of wiggle out. Come on. There we go. That should do it. This guy. Oh, this guy's definitely getting out. The entire house smelled for days. Alright. Good. Are all these? No, that one's pretty good. Not this. That one's pretty good. That one's terrible. Alright. Nice. Oh yeah, that guy definitely needed that. This one's good. This one's bad. And this one is bad. Alright. That's all of them. At least now we know the problem ones. Just load them up a bit. In fact, well, there we go, that should be good. And then this one. Okay. Is that good? That's good. Alright, neat. While those are drying, let me show you my my things I worked on previously this week. Yeah, painting's just a chill activity until you spill stuff. But before that, it's great. So here's my Nurgle guys. Oh. So here's the one. His thing broke off, but he's got a half weapon, I guess. And then I kind of dry brushed it to make all the stuff pop out. In fact, I think I painted some of this on stream, thinking back to it. I'm pretty sure I did last week. But I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. And then I also got this guy, who's kind of the same, but he's got the vomit shooting out. Or bile acid, I don't know what he is. And I did him a little bit lighter. And then in the up top, he's got the old bugs flying off of him. And the bells and everything. So I'm pretty happy with how these turned out. I did this one slightly darker. You can kind of see. Like one's a little darker, because I want them to have like a slight variation. So I did one, this one was like a Dark Oath flesh. So I did a Dark Oath flesh base coat, and then I dried, or let it dry, and then I did the Plague Bear flesh over it. And then this one, I did the Fire Slayer flesh base coat, and then I did Plague Bear flesh over it. So it's like, they look kind of the same, which is what I wanted, but like just different enough to where you're like, oh, that one's that one and that one's the whatever the other one is. Aside from, you know, their tongue and bile thing. But I'm pretty happy how it turned out. So that was good. And then, let's see. Put them over there. And then I finished my tree lord. Well, actually, she's not done. But there's Tree Lady, the new one, and I still gotta like do the rest of the base, everything, but she's looking all right. She's a little like flat, I think. I need to like highlight some stuff. She could definitely use some highlighting, but aside from that, you know, she turned out pretty all right. Pretty alright. She's like my first Sylvaneth I built and painted. So, I like her. And I just like her branches coming out. She's a cool model. You should base and make... Yeah, I like... I actually love basing. Hold on, let me show you some of the base things I've done. Usually I go all out in phases, so like I like build a lot, and then I paint a lot, and then I base. So... Woo! So like I'm just gonna do like a normal grass base. You know, it's just like, this is just your standard. I threw some grass down on a thing. It's like, whatever. But then I did like this one, which I was happy with. This is like my water one. This is the first time I did water, so it's like it's like walking by the water. And then my best one, which is one I always show off all the time. And then my best one is this one, which is the custom base I did. Dude, this base took me so long. It looks really basic, but it legit took like hours to do. So this is just like, you know, foam or cardboard or whatever. And then I got like some skulls there in the ground. It's kind of like it's in the dirt. So I like that kind of Adobe desert type feel. And then he's just chilling up top. Yeah, this is still probably my best thing I've done. It took a while, but this is probably my best model I've got, the cabbage. So yeah. Here's my, hold on, here's my Stompa, alright? This one's literally just, he's just primed metal, but he's like gigantic, because he's a Stompa. Hold on, let me size comparison. I don't even know if I can like, alright. So here's size comparison, alright. Size, very large. This goblin hammering away is also metal, but you know, I'll paint him at some point. This model is so ass to build, by the way. Actually the worst. Yeah. Uh-oh. You could hit him with some contrast paints and colors. Oh yeah, I could, I guess throw a bunch of, like, shading and, like, what do you call it on him? Null oil, that's the one. Could do that. Just dunk him in a null oil bucket. It's not a bad idea. Now, podcast is still going up today. Still going up. In fact, I think he just uploaded it now. Hey, whoa, with the host raid. Hey, whoa. I was gonna say, hey, whoa, thanks. So I will. Hey, whoa, thanks. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, I'll probably just be painting for, time is it? Probably only like another 15 minutes or so, but... Because then I gotta go upload the podcast. Yeah, da, 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 da. Big, big. Big, big. Just gotta look in here. Need a little more. Any armies I haven't played against in AOS? I'm pretty sure. I haven't actually played against Cruel Boys, even though I have a full Cruel Boy army. I haven't played against... Man, who haven't I played against? There's not many. Flesh Eater Courts. I haven't played against the Flesh Eater Courts. That's one. So Cruel Boys, Flesh Eater Courts. I haven't actually played against the Sons of Behemat. Even though it's pretty popular, but I don't really know anybody that has them. I only have one giant. Starting Din Din, 10 minutes. Alright, yep, I gotta go eat, and I gotta upload the podcast. Alright. Well, we're just dunking paint here. Uh-oh. This guy probably has to get glued. Alrighty. Yeah, no, painting is just, it's a fun creative outlet. It's a fun hobby. And it's fun to play the game. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff tied into it. Let's see, who else is there? I feel like I've played against everybody else. Like, I legit think I have. And if I haven't played against them, I've played as them. So I already, like, know about them. Hello, Tina. Man, well, is this guy about to fall out? Oh my god, I gotta glue him. This guy needs a gluing. I'll flip him up. Alright, oh, I got a dab. Alright, neat. Oh wait, yeah, he's gotta get glued. I'll put him aside. Pulled pork, nice. Love me some pulled pork. Am I making normal? Yeah, he is making normal. Alright, let's get more. New. Alright. There you go. Dunk them in. Spread it out. Let's get all more. Alright. Nah, I only play games with friends, or I'll play some like random people at my local game store, but usually I play against the same group of people I know. A lot of times we do 2v2s, which is pretty fun because it kind of makes it different. And they also don't really try hard. It depends. Sometimes they're like, yo, try hard today. And we're like, all right. And sometimes they're like, yo, bring some really meme-worthy list. And I'm like, all right. So that's fun. But there, nice. Very good, very good. But I actually love playing the game. It's like really fun. 40k is fun, but it's definitely a little sweatier, you know? A lot of 40k things still confuse me, even though I've played it a decent amount now. Like, still determining my melee attacks makes me want to, like, rip my hair out. It's like, you get 3 melee attacks, but this attack can attack once, but not more than twice. And this attack gets 2 attacks if you have not attacked with your other attacks. And I'm like, so which attack do I get? Like when you shoot, it's like assault 4, and you're like, okay, I get 4 shots. I figured that out. But like melee always just drives me insane. Yeah, potholder is very clutch. Very clutch. Big fan. Alright, nice. That and scoring. Scoring in 40k always drives me insane as well. What are you playing as? I play Necrons, I play Orcs. Orcs are more of the confusing one. Necrons do a lot of shooting, so you don't really melee that much unless you're playing, I don't know, flayed ones or like Stalker, Stalker? Necropolis Stalker? No, that's OBS, or OBR. What am I thinking of? Scorpion, Scorpec Guard, that's what I'm thinking of. I got there eventually. That and then, yeah, stratagems. You gotta remember all the stratagems. Although, half of them, it depends, like, if you're using a specific unit or not. So you're like, oh, I didn't bring my thing, so I don't need that stratagem or whatever. And then, some of them you just kind of remember because you use them so much. And then others are very specific of, like, when your thing blows up, you can move 6 inches. So you gotta remember and be like, oh, my thing blew up. I can move 6 inches. I just remembered. Stuff like that. I'll see how the Tyranids play pretty soon. So I got a whole bunch of Tyranids to put together and build. Cause that's really the last 40k army I'm kind of like, yeah, nice. It's like Necrons and Orcs were the two I was interested in. And then Tyranids were like third, so I was like, well, I might as well play Tyranids. And the only other one besides that is Chaos Knights, because they sent me a Chaos Knight box. And I was like, well, I might as well build it at some point. Chaos Knights feel like the Mega Gargants of 40k. Armies I don't like to play against? Lumineth. Definitely Lumineth. That's up there. Not a fan. Something I hated playing against. Uh, 40k. I don't think I've played against enough 40k things to really know, honestly. Death Guard were pretty annoying to play against. Primarily, the big dude, the big named god guy is pretty annoying, but you know, he's a big named god. Yeah, Mortarion, that's the one. He messed me up. Nice. Speaking of Lumineth, I heard they may be the fall battle tome. Yeah, I think if they're, I think the fall battle tome's either gonna be Lumineth, Caradron Overlords, Seraphon, or like, I don't know. I guess Cities of Sigmar could have a new one. I feel like it'd be any of those. It probably won't be Seraphon. The only reason I thought Seraphon is because they're like, man, this Seraphon book is broken, they need a new one. Like, I don't know. I think it'll be Lumineth or Cities of Sigmar, probably. But like, the Lumineth just got 2 books. This would be like their 3rd book in the last 2 years. They've gotten more books than Beasts of Chaos have gotten. Like, seriously, Beasts of Chaos got a book in like 2018, and Lumineth have gotten, or 2019, 2018? And then Lumineth have gotten 3 books since then. You'd be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. At least I'm pretty sure the Gits are getting one, so that's nice. I can bust the goblins out. So I got a bunch of goblin stuff I gotta build. So that'll be a fun fall or winter project. I'm painting Chain Rasp ghost guys. Here we go. So I feel like the Chaos one's probably Tzeentch. I hope it's Beast of Chaos, but it's probably Tzeentch. And then the Death or Destruction one's probably like Gits, and then obviously it's not gonna be Orcs, so it's either Ogres or Sons of Behemoth. So it's probably Ogres, if I had to guess. Yeah, and then the Order one's just, I don't know. It could be Lumineth, but part of me thinks Lumineth would be like early next year. I don't know if they do one now. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I did see the spear look in Rumor Engine. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up. I also think the Seraphon book's already pretty good, so I don't even really want a new book. I'm like, whatever. Like, their book's fine. It seems they're trying to get rid of a lot of the re-rolling stuff. Like, any book that has a lot of re-rolling in it, that's what they're trying to do first. That and the shitty books.
Thanks.
I actually like that they're removing a lot of the re-rolling too. Cause that can get kind of annoying, especially in 40k and stuff, where you're just like, I'm hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s, and then wounding on 2s, re-rolling 1s. You're like, oh, okay. So you're just hitting me with pretty much everything. Got it. Like, I think it's more fun when you don't get the reroll. You just straight up are like, I guess I missed my things. And maybe sparingly you get to reroll, you know? Plus it speeds the game up, I think. Viniscar with the 3 years. Oh my god. Put some Crendor Nerds, Hypers, Wowies, Mom, Mia's Eyes, Pop Pop, Americano, Wowie, Wee Wow Wows in the chat for Viniscar. 3 years. 3 honking years. Oh, I'll clap in a second. Here we are. Very good, very good. Nice. Dude, do you ever have nights where you just can't sleep? Took me like 2 hours to fall asleep yesterday. So I only slept like 5 hours. Which I know some people are like, I sleep 5 hours like all the time. But I usually sleep 7 to 8 hours. I just hate it. I hate just laying there being like, come on. Go to sleep. Do it. Last night was nightmares for me. Haven't had those in years. Wowee. Can't fall asleep laying on my back. Horrible insomnia. It takes 3 to 5 hours to sleep. Oh my god. That does sound awful. Went to bed at 10 the other night. Fell asleep around 6. Woke up at 8. My god. Mamma mia. Alright, maybe mine's not too bad. Thank you, Viniscar. Six. Sweet. They have 36 months. Stayed up really late. That's because I was oddly enough painting minis. At least they had a good reason. Yeah, I think weather actually does it for me too. I think part of it's because the sun comes up earlier and I already have a degenerate sleep schedule. My sleep schedule is actually better than it used to be, believe it or not. Like, I used to, back in the day, like years ago, I'd go to bed at like 7 a.m. Now, I go to bed at 4:30 a.m. like a normal person. But the sun starts coming up at like 5 a.m. I'm like, what the shit? Get out of here. So we have blackout curtains, but then the sun will like also sometimes peek through them a bit, or if you like, you know, just you walk out of the room and it's like bright and you're like, ah, doesn't help. I gotta glue this guy in. Is this the guy? I think so. Yes. That's true, yeah. Sam literally just sleeps at like 8 a.m. I don't know. I thought my sleep was bad. His is like... literally goes to bed at like 8 a.m. Alright, nice. Oh my god, my chain rasp hordes are done. Yeehaw. Yeah, Sam does the NA sleep schedule. Yeah, I think some people do function better on different schedules. Like my grandpa, he lived to like 95 and he would go to bed at like 1 to 2 a.m. every day. So I'm like, I don't know, it must be in the genes. I might put some Hex Wraith Flame on these things. Let's do that. Shake it. Alright. How long you been painting playing these games? It's almost 3 years now. Well, I started when I was like 12, but I had no idea what I was doing back then. So now I, you know what I'm doing, and I have money and functioning cerebral cortex. I don't even know if that's the part of the brain that helps with any of this. I just like saying it. So it'll be 3 years in July. That's when I started. That's pretty crazy to think about. I've been doing this 3 years. Three years. And initially I just got back into it as like a nostalgic thing. It's when Classic WoW was coming out. So I was like, oh, I'll just, that's something I did as a kid. I'll get back into it from nostalgia. Or for nostalgia or whatever. And then before you know it, here I am. 3 years later. With like 8 armies and no, like 10 with too much. I have too much. Yeah. I do have 2 Blood Bowl tabletop teams, or no. I have the Lizardmen one, and I have the Norse one that just came out because they sent it to me. So I have 2. I haven't built the Norse one yet, though, but I do want to build Beer Pig. Like, I legit want to build Beer Pig. Even if I just, like, paint him. Because I gotta do it. Gotta paint Beer Pig. There we are. Where? Basic, easy, breezy, cover girl. That's pretty much all the chain rasps, I think. Nice. I might throw some on this dragonfly, see how this looks. So I kind of want him to be like a cool looking dragonfly and pop out. This could look terrible, but whatever. I'll soak some up. Yeah. Neat. Yeah. Can't even really see it. Yeah. Cool. Very good. Well, I got all the things I needed to do done, which was literally just paint up my chain rasp hordes. But I did it. Our favorite faction from Fantasy and 40k? Either Lizardmen Skaven or actually, yeah, probably Lizardmen or Skaven, and then in 40k, either Orcs or Necrons or Tyranids. Probably Orcs. Followed by, I don't know, Tyranids and Necrons are probably tied for me. Those are really the only 40k factions I like, honestly. Where are these models from? These are Age of Sigmar Chain Rasp Hordes. They are Night Haunt. So if you look up Night Haunt Warhammer, you'll find them. Yeah, they're Age of Sigmar. And they're pretty good. There you go. Just chilling on the ground. He's a ghost. They just got a new book, which is why I built him. But that's probably gonna do it. I gotta go upload the podcast and eat dinner. Wait, did I clap for you, Viniscar? I'm pretty sure I did. It was a nerd day. I'll clap again. What the fuck? Sweet. Oh yeah, I did. Here, I'll show off this guy one more time. Here we go, yeehaw. This is the guy I finished last week. Well, I finished him this week, but I was painting him last week. Still pretty happy with how he turned out. I really like his vomit stuff I did. It's all kind of like slimy and crazy. I literally did a mixture of like Tesseract glow, some green colors, and then I Nurgle rotted it. So it looks kind of slimy. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. And then he got his weapon with the flies coming off. And him just kind of chilling. Having a good time. Having a good time. So yeah. And then I just got my other... Here's the other one. It's just a little darker. A little more red. But it actually makes these little pus bubble things look like they're popping out a bit more from the dry brushing. So that was pretty neat. Yeah. Yeah. Your paint jobs have improved considerably. Hey, thanks. Thank you, thank you. And then here's my great unclean one. That's literally just like contrast paint and zenithal priming. Woohoo! I still gotta paint like his guts and his sword and stuff, but if you put him on the table, you're like, wow, neat. And here's the Glotkin, which I did the same thing for. He's also just a very big guy. Yeehaw. And I still gotta paint the guys on top. Ugh. Oh yeah, and then the, hold on. Yeah. This is the new terrain I did. It's like the bones. This is like some of the coolest terrain I think they've done. It's like a dragon head. So you like put it down on board, and then you also got the dragon bone things, so you can do like, it's supposed to be like this, but you can like kind of do that. This is like all I did for this is zenithal prime, so it's just, you know, you prime black and then you hit it with the white, and then I literally just used skeleton horde contrast paint and went, and it turned out like that. I was like, dude, I don't even have to do anything else. That looks great. So I was surprised at how well it works for just using skeleton horde contrast paint. Honestly, this is like one of the best contrast paints you can get, because you can just paint skulls with it, you can paint bones, like it's good for a lot of stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. If you're new here, click the follow button, follow along, be alerted when I go live. Check out all the links below this stream. If you like my Warhammer stuff, exclamation point Warhammer in the chat. I have a Warhammer YouTube channel where I got a bunch of stuff up there. You can check it out. Thanks to everybody who subscribed, resubscribed, drop bits, drop tips, gifted subs, or hosted, rated, all that good stuff. Thank you very much for all the support. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'm actually playing a Warhammer game tomorrow, so that'll be fun. That's why I wanted to paint these up tonight. So yeah. Okay. Okay. See ya. I gotta go walk over here, turn this off.